It's a wicked, decadent ass city. We should have reparations. Trust me, if they're sexually harassing people today with laws in the books, imagine what happened to little girls and boys and ladies and even men back when doing whatever you wanted to people was legal and you didn't have any rights. In fact, to this day, I want to ask the audience, who out there has ever heard of a white man that's been convicted of raping a black woman in their life? And if you do, show me the goddamn case. Let's take a few minutes. Who out there has a conviction of a white man raping a black woman?
Put it in the chat.
Oh, huh?
No, I said put it in the chat, family.
Yeah.
If you know of one, put it in the chat. We're looking for that.
Put it in the chat. Show me.
Right here. This the answer right here.
Okay, I hear never. I've never ever heard of a, and I have an associate. I know you've heard of Dr. Randall. She's an international human rights person and a historian. She was up in Ohio. I know you know about her, right? Randall?
Yeah.
She's an expert on law and race and sex. I had to blow her mind that I had one case that I ran across where white men were convicted. They convicted three or four white men of raping a black woman that they had killed. Had they not admitted to having sex with her, they would have beaten the murder charge. But because they let people know that they had screwed the black woman that they killed, they got busted for rape. That happened in 1956, if I'm correct. That is but notice the woman was murdered. That is the only rape conviction that I've ever run across. I have books everywhere. I've never seen another case of a white man being convicted for raping a black woman. It does not happen in this country with any regularity because it is not a crime for white men to rape black women, or for that matter, black men. You won't hear cases of white men that rape black women. Remember the girl up in the Midwest that killed the white man that was pimping her, who had trafficked her, and they put her in jail for murder? They never dealt with the rape. They didn't care. White men can't rape black women, black men, nor black children. Who?
Brother might have found a case. The conviction of Daniel Houseclaw.
Okay, now wait a minute. He's Asian. He's half Asian. He's half Asian. That's why they busted him. He's half Asian. You show me 100% white man. And the fact that I didn't say it doesn't happen, the fact that you can think of just one, you can think of a Eurasian dude targeting black women. And by the way, the women complained for years and people refused. It got to the point where they could not ignore the raping. Had he just raped 10, he would have gotten away with 10 rapes. He probably raped more than 13.
And he probably raped some white ones too. That's why they want to get back.
Yeah, so, but my point is, he's not a white dude. That's why he got busted. The same way that Somali man shot that Australian bitch up in Minnesota, and they convicted his ass. They let him back out. They've never rushed to deal with a white man that shot anyone black with the same speed. It just doesn't happen.
And if you notice, the police never shoot gangbangers. They never shoot gangbangers. They always shoot innocent people. Gangbangers and white folks are always, in a sense, arrested without any conflict. That's because they want to get that brother back on the street as fast as they can to kill another brother. See?
And the person said half Asian and white. Yep, that white people basically were willing to give him up. And in the case of what's his name, George Zimmerman, He was half Jewish and half Peruvian. They were not going to convict a Jew for killing a black male.
No.
Because his father was Jewish, they claimed him that he was seen as white.
You guys in the chat, if you have any questions to ask the doctors, it's best to
Yeah,
put
because
in the
we got
chat.
like
Put
about
in the
20,
chat,
23 minutes
we're coming
left.
up on our almost 2-hour mark.
And yeah,
And I know it's
and
kind
we
of
can
late for
talk
these
about,
distinguished gentlemen.
well, I mean, we can go, but freakdom, questions, thoughts, and symbolism. We can continue to have this conversation, but we need more than symbolisms.